Hello folks, and welcome to part 2 of the Battle of Lake Trasimenus, fought in 217 BC between the Carthaginians and Romans. We are seeing the Roman consul Flaminius here leading the Romans, getting ambushed by Hannibal and his Carthaginians. Hannibal's located over there, by the way, and well, as you can see, both armies are pretty smashed up here. We have seen a lot of losses on both sides actually. The Romans have put up a pretty good fight even though they have a bad starting position, and as you can see in the dead pile we have quite a few blocks on both the Roman and Carthaginian side. But we are seeing the Carthaginians in the lead 3-2, and as we concluded in the end of the part 1, nothing really have happened in the where the heavier troops are located on both sides. They're pretty much having a staring contest there while the action is going on here. Especially the Gauls has been doing the greater part of the job for the Carthaginians, charging down, taking heavy losses. They have lost a whole unit, I think. Actually 2, I guess. But they still had 2 in a battered shape here, but they don't have any heavy opposition either, except from Flaminius, who have a whole auxiliary unit here, but the big Carthaginian cavalry is just waiting there to charge down. So let's see how this continues. This battle goes on to 6 banners, so the Carthaginians are halfway, and the Carthaginians go first. So that will be a tactics card or lowest order count. Just take a paper there. Okay, so counterattack, that would be a light troops. That's the only tactic card we have. Otherwise we need to play, let's see, we have 2, 2, 3. Okay, so it'd be 2 right or 2 center, or the counterattack, which would be light troops. So the light troops would of course be a lot of Numidians. We could march down here and attack. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing. We could actually order up to 6 of these lights. And you know, we need 3 banners. Yeah. Otherwise 2 units here or 2 units center. Also quite good options, to be honest. So what should we do then? We could continue with the Gauls, of course. We could attack here, and we could attack here. That could give us 2 banners. Maybe that's pretty good, actually. In the center we could march down, attack here. We could put some slinger fire on these guys. I mean, would we get a flag or a green? We would get a banner for that. These guys will evade if we move down, but then they are in a bad position for the next turn. So 2 pretty good options there. So the first time for this game I'm gonna roll for what the Carthaginians will do. So if I roll 1 to 3, I will play 2 units center. 4 to 6, I will go on the right flank at the Gauls. Okay, it's a center one. So we're gonna leave the Gauls for a while and play 2 units center. And we will do like this. These guys will march down, and these guys will go to there. And then I will attack. These guys will evade. So I get my 3 dice and green hits. Nothing. Okay, so we didn't get any of those velites, they rushed away. Then we got the 1 die attack against these guys. A green flag or a flag will give us a victory banner, but these guys are taking the stones to the shield, so they're fine. Okay, not a perfect turn for the Carthaginians there, but anyway, the Romans get a chance to retaliate then. It's a C or lowest order count. We don't have any other section cards here. Let's see what the rules say about that. If there are multiple, if there are no face-up section cards, and the C cannot be played, but it can be played. So we are forced to play C actually as a Romans, and that's 3 in the center. Well, we could do a bit of a counter-attack here actually. And 3 in the center. Let's do like this then. Okay, so I had to stop playing the last time during that turn. I was activating units. I'm actually returning to the game a few days later, so I have a bit forgotten what I had in mind, but we are in the Roman turn, 3 units center, and I see I have chosen 2 already. I don't really remember what my plan was, but I was rethinking this a bit just before I started recording, and I'm gonna do some changes. Here's what I'm gonna do, and I will not move up the triarii actually. I will activate the cavalry, because I will attack these guys. They have 3 blocks and the leader, which is a bit dangerous of course, but I'm thinking of doing, you know, 2 range attacks, hopefully getting 1 or maybe even 2 of those green blocks away, and then I could finish the job with the cavalry. That's my plan. If I miss those guys completely, I might rethink my plan with these guys and attack that slinger unit instead and scare those away, but I'm not sure. But this is the plan at least. So I need to ride up here because I don't want to be in the way of those ranged units there. So here's what I'm gonna do, and let's start with the auxilia. 2 dice, none of these lights have moved. No green there, too bad. Then we have the velites. Let's hope we get 1 green at least. Ah, crap. That was bad. So those guys missed. So, do we dare to do the attack? They can withstand 1 flag. That's the problem here. If they didn't have that leader, I would have attacked. It's very dangerous to do this. Okay, they only have 3 dice in the retaliation, and nah, I don't think I dare to do that. I will attack those slingers who will evade, but let's see if we grab any of those guys. Nope, they got away, so that this was a waste of a turn. So these guys could evade, we cannot advance, and we are now in a bit dangerous position with that cavalry, since the Carthaginian heavy infantry could reach us here. Alright, so let's see, we're gonna replace the card in slot C, and then we go to the Carthaginians. So they have a or B to play, and that's a leadership any section, 3 units center, which could give us the chance to kill that cavalry, or of course those guys can evade. We have a counterattack, which would be 3 in the center, so no use to playing that since we have 3 in the center as an own card. And then we have the coordinated attack, so we could use 1 unit on each flank actually, which could be also a good thing, because we could activate those heavies with a Carthaginian left hand flank. So we could let's see, We could attack and kill those guys. We could attack those guys with the heavies. They will evade, but you know, we could roll the 5 dice. That's pretty good, and we should probably get that unit, and we could do another attack with the leader against those velites. And over here we could get this one with a charge of those Gauls. Okay, we only have 3 dice in the attack, but anyway, we need 2 hits, and flags count as hits because they are on the baseline here. So I'm actually thinking to play the coordinator attack, and I mean, with a bit of luck we could grab 2 victory banners, maybe 3, and that would actually be the end of the game. So over on the right hand side we will activate that guy. In the Carthaginian center we will activate the leader, and over here we pick up these heavies into the fight. And I will go, let's go march downwards. These guys will march down. Oops. And I'm gonna take my chances with these warriors. They're gonna attack here. So maybe we should even go 2. We can go 2 since we reached the enemy, right? So, you know, we could... That's another juicy target actually, and a bit less dangerous in the counter-attack. And those guys lose 2 per flag, so we roll 2 flags or 2 hits and a flag, then they are done. But still, I don't know. The main thing why I wanted to move here is actually to prevent those guys from you know, throwing javelins without moving first, since they're not adjacent to us. Anyway, that's another story. Let's begin here. We can start with those guys attacking, and I'm gonna go for the Auxilia. Let's hope to get 2 hits and flags. And we got 1 flag only. These guys retreat only 1 hex, so they lose 1 block, and then they were standing the ground, and they will now battle back. And they got in a good desperate fight here. We are fighting on the shores of Lake Trasimenus here, and well, these guys are going down. So not a good start over there. Who should we start with over here? Does it really matter? Well, it matters in the sense that if we attack first with the heavies, those guys can only evade in that direction. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Let's do that. Let's do the heavies first. So the cavalry will try to evade, but we will roll these 5 dice, and let's hope for some blue. Not a single blue symbol, so the cavalry did anticipate what was coming, so they just in good order retreated back here, ready to counterattack perhaps. So let's see if the Carthaginian leader with those I don't know, maybe they are Iberians, so maybe there are some Gauls or something here, they're gonna try attacking these Roman allies here. Auxilia. We need 1 hit. We got the hit. Those guys go down. We get the 4th victory banner for Carthaginians, but it's not too impressive actually. And then we're gonna momentum advance and attack those velites who cannot evade. That's good for us. So let's see if we get a good roll here. 3 dice again. Well, kind of. That's 1 hit. Ah, sorry, those guys are actually now supported because we retreated with that cavalry. Okay, so the order I did this was actually kind of wrong then, because if I haven't scared those guys away first, these guys would not have any support, and the flag would have been hit. Oh crap, I should have done this attack first. But it's easy to say afterwards, right? You didn't know that these things should happen anyway. So by that we actually only got 1 hit because we rolled the crossed swords. So 1 of these velites down, and they will now battle back with 2 dice. And Nothing. They are not adjacent to a leader, so that's it. Well. Anyway, the Carthaginians managed to get one victory banner by that, and they are slowly but surely closing into victory here. But the Romans could actually get a few now if they are a bit lucky. Okay, so first of all, since this was slot B, we will not replace that card. So now we have actually the hand for the Carthaginians that they will continue to have during the rest of the game. But now the Romans. It's a CD or E result, so we're gonna check their slot C. Light troops, well, could be something. A rally. Wait a minute, we need to be adjacent to a leader, at least to have the rally effect. No good there, no good there. This was too bad. We should have it here. That would have been really nice to get some extra forces coming up here. But maybe in a future turn, who knows. So, light troops, rally, and then the Dark in the Sky that we had already up. Let's see. Dark in the Sky we could use here. We have some Auxilia there. These guys are adjacent, too bad. And these guys cannot reach any enemies, so that's not a good one. The light troops though, we could order 4 of the lights. We could order all the bunch of these. We could, you know, get these guys closed in and attack them. Not a bad thing actually, not a bad thing. I could consider attacking both these in close combat actually with the lights here. And what should we do here then? Well, we could... Well... These are velites, they could actually run too and throw the javelins. Maybe we should do that then. Because a rally I won't play, of course. So it needs to be the order lights. And I will take my chances here. Now we're getting a bit desperate with the Romans and we want to grab some victory banners. So we could also do something here, of course. But you know, starting attacking those full strength heavies up there, I don't know if it's worth it really. So I'm gonna take these velites. I'm gonna rush to the back of the Carthaginians. These guys will move over here. These guys will... Let's move these guys here so we have 2 options. And the thing is... Let me think about that for a moment and we'll start here. So we're gonna throw the javelins against this auxiliary. We only have 1 die. Hoping for a green, of course. Nope. Then here we go. So as long as we stay here and we don't attack these guys, those guys have no retreat path. So I could even... Nah, let's do it this way. I will attack with these guys first. That's 3 dice. We need 1 hit. Or a flag. We got both a hit and a flag, so those goals goes down. We get a Roman banner. Excellent. We are now having 3 of those. And we're gonna gain ground. No, we don't want to stay in the way for my missiles here, because now I want to throw the missiles here. It's gonna be 2 dice. And it will be awesome to get a blue. No, but a flag, that was bad. These guys can then retreat, and they do retreat. Was it 1 or 2 hexes? I always forget that. Actually, these guys go back 2. So they're gonna rush outside of line of sight for the other guy. Bad roll. So we gonna throw our javelins towards that light cavalry up in the hills. We have moods, it's only 1 die though. Nothing. Well, that went a bit bad. Okay, we got one of the warriors. That was, of course, important, and maybe these guys don't dare to come back. But on the other hand, they could attack this long block here and get the banner from that. So, well. It's 4-3, so it's not, you know, the Carthaginians are not just running over the Romans here. They are fighting back hard here actually. But it's the Carthaginians again, and let's see what they can do now. So we have C or lowest order count. So let's see what slot C hides. It's a leadership any section. And leadership any section or lowest order count. That would be I wonder if that's counted as a gonna see if I find it in the rules of this Solitaire system. The lowest order count, here we have section tactic cards. So troop and leadership cards counts as in ancient section. Okay, section cards. So what I wanted to check was actually this. This card is actually counted as a section card, and leadership any section could actually order this one. So that would be 1 unit. So that would be an okay card to play if I wanted to. 3, 3, 2, 4, and that's a tactic card. So we can't play that. So I'm gonna actually play the leadership any section, the slot C card then. And my plan is actually to start moving up with the cavalry now. So we have the leader and then 3 more. Let's see who we can attack. I'm gonna do it like this. 1, 2, and I'm gonna send in those crazy Gauls again. So these guys goes here, and then you know, I'd love to get those guys. Let's see, these guys goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I dare to do a bit of a crazy attack here. There's 2 reasons for this. First of all, I'm gonna attack these lights. They cannot, you know, evade, they cannot retreat, so we might kill them. And the other reason being, I want to close those guys' retreat path because I'm gonna hit them with cavalry now. So we're gonna play 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna hit them twice with medium heavy cavalry, and potentially we could actually attack with these guys lastly as well if they have, you know, like 1 block left or something. But I'm also saving these guys potentially for attacking here again if the Gauls infantry would fail. And as I said, also here. So we need 2 banners to win, and we could get it. So let's start with the Gaul infantry here. It's 3 dice, we need 1 hit. Those are lights, so we got a green. So that Auxilia goes down. We get the 5th Roman, the Carthaginian banner. We could go in. I think I'll just stay here. There's no reason to go in now, I see. So now comes some important roles. I mean, these guys are full strength, right? So it's not going to be easy to wear them down, but we potentially have 3 attacks on them, 2 with leader support. Okay, these guys will attack downhill. It's only 2 dice. These guys only have 2 dice. And we're going to remember, as long as the leader is alive, they can ignore 1 flag. And you know, that leader is Flaminius himself actually also, so he's fighting desperately here. So let's start with our cavalry leader of the Carthaginians. 3 dice. Bad roll, bad initial roll, so this doesn't look good for the Carthaginians now. So the Auxilia will battle back. And can you believe it? Then comes this crazy roll. They got 3 leader symbols. They have a leader with them, Flaminius himself. So this Carthaginian cavalry goes down. My, are these Romans fighting well? So we get another banner for the Romans. So it's 5-4 now. And we're also gonna check that leader. You know what could happen here? We could actually get 1 more. and he goes down. The Carthaginian cavalry that goes down with his other cavalry, and suddenly we have a tie, 5-5. So next banner wins actually. And now I'm not so sure I want to attack from here actually, because that could be a disaster. Man, this sucked. This sucked. I mean, this is really bad, because those guys can now. Oh man, this is bad. They can, you know, get these guys surrounded and attack them next turn, should they be able to activate these two units. But still, we have. I'm gonna do the attack from here to the light infantry though. I mean, if we would roll a double flag, these guys are done, and the Carthaginians win anyway. And you know, we rolled 3 leader symbols last time, so why could we roll 2 flags, right? So let's see. Well, they missed completely, so the cavalry charge is going so bad here. They will battle back, and they got a flag. And I think the Carthaginians could be happy with that, because now these guys can retreat safely. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they were very happy to get that flag from those velites. Alright, this is getting exciting actually, because now the Romans had the chance to win the battle. Can you believe it? Romans maybe wins Lake Trasimenus. That's a bit crazy, but it's not over yet. Let's see what they can play. So it's a C, D or E. So the C have a line command, we have a rally, and we have a dark in the sky. Okay, line command. What could we do with a line command? Could we attack these guys? Yes, we could. With the heavies actually. If we only would use these guys, we could attack here with 5 dice. That could be the end. We could play the line command here. We could go here, attack those guys with 3 dice. You know, we need 2 hits, it's not easy to get. We could actually go up here, attack those guys. That's 3 dice uphill. No, it's only 2 dice, that's not bad. Or I mean, that is bad, because we would need at least 2 flags to eliminate those guys for them to rout out of these map. But we could get, you know, 1, if we go here we could attack, and we could go here and throw some javelins first. That could be something. Or we could even go in with a close combat here with the velites. So the question is, which is I mean, here we would get 5 dice with leader support against those guys, but in 2 different attacks. Here we'd have 5 dice with 1 attack, hitting with everything except leaders, and those guys have 3 and a leader. So I sense we have a bit better chance here, but now when I think of it, it was a line command, so we cannot move 2 with those guys. Oh, so we need to do a ranged combat with those guys. Well, that sucked, with only 1 die as well. Maybe that settles it. We should maybe attack with the heavies anyway. Should we check if the Triarii could end the battle for us? You know, imagine if we would have rolled an A or B card for the Romans now. They could play the I am Spartacus. That could be the end of everything, right? But, well, they didn't. So I need to do that. We're gonna play the line command here. I mean, we have the dark in the sky. Could throw javelins twice here. Wait a minute, maybe we should just reconsider that. We could throw twice here, 2 dice. And we could throw these also twice, getting 2 dice each. And actually from here to here as well. Actually here as well. Well, I'm not really sure anymore. I think I'm gonna roll for it in that case. If I play 1 to 3, it's a line command, and I will go in with Triarii. 4 to 6, I'll play the Dark in the Sky and see if we can hit a lot of units here instead. And with a bit of luck, we could get that last banner with that. Let's see. Okay, so Fate decides we're gonna play the Dark in the Sky. Let's see, maybe that's a good one. We don't know yet. Here are the units that could... No, sorry. These guys are adjacent to that cavalry. They could not do it. That settles it, actually. Sorry about the back and forth here. But I missed I was adjacent to that guy, so we cannot throw the javelins from here. So line command it is. And Triarii it is. And this will now march forward, attack these guys. They cannot evade since they are Auxilia. And let's see, 5 dice. 3 hits is enough. Let's see, we got 1 hit, we got 2 hits and a flag. Well, not good enough. But we're gonna check the leader first. I mean, if the leader falls, then the game ends anyway. Nope, he's good. He's good, so they managed to survive with 1, and they will actually battle back with 3 dice. Because they will stand the ground, I've decided. So they hit really hard. They got 3 hits on the Triarii actually. Red, they are Auxilia, so they hit with those, and we have a leader with us. So the Triarii took a hard hit from that counter-attack. Maybe they'd rush into a shower of javelins from here before they reach the close combat. Probably something like that. And, well, suddenly the Carthaginians are in a good position instead of ending this battle. Let's see. That's an A or a B. So leadership, any section. 3 unit center or the counterattack, which should be a line command. So, leadership, any section. That would be these guys. They could attack the Triarii, needing 1 hit with 3 dice, and we have a leader with us. That should be doable. We could play the 3 unit center. Of course we're gonna do that because now we can get the heavies. Well, that's nothing to think about even. 3 unit center. Now with these guys, and actually 1 more. Let's just take these guys. They will fire away against these velites. So these will go forward. These guys will go there because I want to give those guys the leader support in the attack. And then let's start the battles. Just for fun, let's start with the slingers. 2 dice against the velites. Nothing. And now comes perhaps the most important role in this game. We're gonna get 5 dice. We need 1 hit. We have leader adjacent to us. The Carthaginian African heavy phalanx attacks the Roman type of phalanx, the Triarii here. And yeah, I mean 1 hit is enough. That should be doable, right? Here comes, yeah. We got 2 leader symbols, that's enough. Otherwise we rolled pretty bad. And those guys go down. And that gives the Carthaginians the 6th banner and the victory. And you could actually say these allies of the Auxilia did the big job here with their counterattack, or the, you know, they took the charge of the Triarii so good. They got 3 hits on those guys, throwing javelins as they approached, and by that they made they cleared the way for the Carthaginian heavies to finish the job, attacking the flank of the Triarii, and that was basically it. So a good game. I mean, this was exciting up to the end. For when I started this session, it felt like the Carthaginians would quite easily win, but as it showed, it's always like this, like in dice games, right? You never know what you roll, and suddenly, I mean, they were even 4 to 4, and then 5 to 5 blocks here, victory banners. I mean, and well, crazy. So a good fight, even though nothing happened on the Roman right here. They just stand there silently staring at each other. No one really dared to go forward because, well, would these guys be really exhausted and we don't have any cards anymore here, and then we could of course start doing some action here, but this was enough. A bit disappointed about the cavalry charge of the Carthaginians. First of all, it came very late in the game. They did some skirmishing in the beginning, but with that hit and run stuff with the light cavalry, but and when they did, it was pretty toothless. I mean, these Gallic cavalry or whatever it was with that leader, they just charged into another shower of javelins and a good shield wall here that took those cavalry, including the leader, down. So, good game as I said, and as expected, the Carthaginians won the Battle of Lake Trasimenus as in history, but maybe this was a bit more even than in history actually. And actually for now, Flaminius is alive, but who knows how this would have continued. I mean, they are shattered here, the Romans. The only thing is their intact head of the column. As in history, these guys will break through and a few thousand will escape. So by that, I think that's all. If you think this is a disaster for the Romans, which of course it was, and you may think it cannot get worse than this, I mean 15,000 Romans were killed here, it actually can get worse, and we're gonna check out that next time, I believe. So by that, thank you very much for watching again, and please be back for the next battle. Bye for now.